I
You
feel
feel
like
right
I've
now,
got,
looking at the two people who are fighting for their belt, you could beat them right now. Alexa Grasso, Valentina Shevchenko.
yeah, I think I could. Yeah, I definitely think I'd be up there.
Stop everything. Dakota Ditcheva just dropped a fucking nuclear bomb on the UFC. On Ariel Helwani's MMA Hour, she looked straight into the camera and said she would beat Valentina Shevchenko and Alexa Grasso. Not in 5 years. Not maybe. But right now, her exact words, I could have the title if I went there. Think about that. A 27-year-old PFL fighter, not even in the UFC, just claimed she'd walk in and kill the flyweight division Dana White. Are you listening? Because if Dakota is right, your champions are already dead.
Okay, you got to get busy here. You got to show me something.
Let's rewind. Since debuting in 2021, Manchester's own Dakota Ditcheva has gone on an undefeated tear. 15 wins, 10 finishes. 9 of those were straight-up violent stoppages, knees, knockouts, ground and pound. This isn't a padded record. This isn't hype. It's raw violence. Anderson Silva knees in the clinch, Cris Cyborg level power, and Amanda Nunes-like finishing instinct. At just 27 years old, she's already doing things that the greatest women in MMA history couldn't at that age. When asked about the UFC's best Valentina Shevchenko, Alexa Grasso Dakota didn't hesitate. Yeah, I think I could beat them. Yeah, I definitely think I could. No fucking respect. No hesitation. She didn't call them legends. She didn't call them idols. She called them future victims.
It was like a millisecond. Alexa Grasso has stopped the rain.
Viva Mexico.
Viva Mexico indeed.
Wow.
What a back take. Because it's sensational.
Spinning back kick.
Look at this. I mean, so quick. She misses the spinning back kick, and Alexa Grasso is on her back. If we can see that in real time, it's amazing. Look how quick this is. Boom! Jumps on the back. Both hooks in. Immediately.
She was not playing around on that.
Oh, my goodness. And the way she sinks down, never let go of the neck. Let's see. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. That's amazing. Just perfect. Both hooks in instantaneously on the neck and slowly but surely secured until she got the back of that hand on the back of Valentina's neck and didn't even get it.
And honestly, she might not be lying. Valentina Shevchenko is 37 years old. She's slowing down. Alexa Grasso, a great boxer, but nowhere near the violent finishing machine Dakota is. Erin Blanchfield, a grappler who can't strike like Dakota. The UFC's flyweight division has never seen someone like her. Let's talk stats. Amanda Nunes, 6 stoppages in her first 9 fights. Cris Cyborg, 6 stoppages. Valentina Shevchenko, only 4. Dakota Ditcheva, 10 out of 11. Her finishing rate is higher than all of them. And unlike the rest, she's just getting started. And here's where this gets brutal. Because every time Dakota crushes someone in the PFL, it makes Dana White's divisions look weaker. The UFC is supposed to be the home of the best fighters in the world. But what happens when the most dangerous woman alive isn't even signed there? Every knockout Dakota scores is proof that Dana's women's roster is exposed. And now she's saying it herself, I'll beat Shevchenko. I'll beat Grasso. I'll take the belt if I go there. Don't forget PFL just bought Bellator. Donn Davis is already teasing a UFC versus PFL crossover. And his deadliest weapon? The Violent Cinderella herself, Dakota Ditcheva. Imagine this. PFL versus UFC Supercard. Dakota Ditcheva versus Valentina Shevchenko. Dakota Ditcheva versus Alexa Grasso. Dana White would have no way to protect his champions. Because if Dakota's words are true, his divisions aren't safe. They're already fucking dead. Valentina Shevchenko is aging out. Alexa Grasso is a paper champ. Erin Blanchfield is unproven at the top. And then there's Dakota Ditcheva, 25 years old, undefeated, a finishing machine. And she's telling the world she'll walk into the UFC tomorrow and take the belt. So the question is simple. Is Dakota Ditcheva delusional? Or is Dana White's entire women's division already finished? Because if she's right, the UFC isn't ready for the storm that's coming.
You could fight any female right now. Who would you want to go with?
Valentina Shevchenko right now. I want to be at the top. You know, I'm still 26. She's been around for a long time.
Right now, I'm not too sure that Shevchenko is the best 125er there is.
Valentina Shevchenko, I'm coming to kill you. That's not clickbait. That's not hype. That is Dakota Ditcheva herself, 26 years old, undefeated, and already declaring war on a 37-year-old legend. Forget respect. Forget passing the torch. Dakota is here to murder the old guard, bury Valentina's legacy, and tell the UFC to their face. Your queen is next, and I'll kill your whole division.
Difficult to put away.
Oh! Oh!
Dakota Ditcheva didn't whisper it. She screamed it. She's not chasing contracts. She's not begging Dana White. She said it clearly. Valentina, I'm coming for you. She knows Shevchenko has been at the top for a decade. She respects the resume. But she also sees what the rest of us see. Valentina is 37. Dakota is 26. And in a young fighter's eyes, that's a death sentence. This is the narrative no one wants to say out loud. Valentina Shevchenko is slowing down. She barely got past Taila Santos. She lost her belt to Alexa Grasso. She's taking damage she never used to. Meanwhile, Dakota. She's fresh, violent, undefeated, and she's finishing fighters. Valentina went life and death with, and Dakota wants everyone to remember the math. She's 26. Valentina is 37. That's 11 years of speed, power, and hunger against a veteran who's been in wars. And this is where it gets nuclear. Dakota Ditcheva isn't just calling out Valentina. She's calling out the UFC itself. She literally said, "Give me good competition. I'll kill the UFC. Not beat, not survive." She said she'll kill the entire promotion by exposing its greatest champions.
Who do you see? Who do you watch and say, I'm better than them?
I mean, I could have the title if I went there.
Alexa Grasso, Valentina Shevchenko.
Yeah, I think I could.
That is confidence.
If they say to me, you know, she's running through all these girls because they're not very good. But if you put these girls against other people, they have close fights. Whereas when you put them with me, I finish them early, so I make it look easy.
Imagine
the headlines if she actually smashes Valentina. That's not just a win for Dakota. That's a middle finger to Dana White, proof that PFL has the most dangerous flyweight on planet Earth, and it's not just Dakota hyping herself. Kayla Harrison, the PFL monster, literally said it herself. She's a killer. She's young, she's hungry, she'll kill me, she'll kill the UFC, and killer Juliana Miller called Dakota a scary problem. A striker too violent, too unpredictable, too ruthless. Valentina Shevchenko built her career as the bullet precision. Cold, untouchable. But now she's facing something different. Not another UFC fighter she knows how to handle. This is a 26-year-old assassin from another promotion who doesn't care about UFC politics, doesn't care about history, and doesn't care about respect. So here's the nightmare scenario. If Dakota Ditcheva walks into the cage and ends Valentina Shevchenko, the UFC loses its queen Dana, White loses his leverage, and PFL gains the face of women's MMA. The only question is, do you believe Dakota Ditcheva is the future of MMA? Or is she about to get humbled by a 37-year-old legend who refuses to die? Because one thing is certain. When Dakota Ditcheva says, "I'll kill you, Valentina. I'll kill the UFC," the entire MMA world has no choice but to listen.
Yeah, Conor McGregor follows me on Twitter. Like, I was told that as well the other day by my brother's friend. So, you know, things like that are like massive.
Dakota, a superstar. What's up, Fiat? You're the next big thing, guys. Look up your nose. Great to see it, Fiat.
Dakota Ditcheva just dropped a fucking bombshell, and the MMA world is spinning. Conor McGregor tried to pull her to the UFC. Dana White's been sniffing around, and fans thought it was a done deal. But nope, Dakota just shut the door and lit the fuse on a full-blown PFL versus UFC war.
That was digging deep for sure. Santos is in big trouble. She's in big trouble.
Dakota Ditcheva to the body again for a championship. shit.
She's 15-0-12 finishes, the face of the PFL, the poster on their billboards, the star in their promos, the main event fighter. They push harder than anyone, and here's where it gets controversial. PFL didn't even put her in this year's tournament. The reigning champion sidelined. Why? Politics, matchmaking nightmares, and a looming UFC threat.
You're the next big thing, Dave. Look what your nose.
At BKFC 71, Conor McGregor, yes. The Conor spotted Dakota hugged her and told her to her face, "You're the next big thing, baby." Social media exploded. Fans started tagging Dana White UFC hype accounts called her the future of the flyweight division. People thought this was the start of a UFC fast-track signing, but that's when Dakota's curveball hit.
I'm just like, get me anything, literally. But like you said, you know, it was kind of, it's hard. I get it's hard for PFL. You know, they've put all the girls in the tournament, and then now they need to find someone that's going to kind of give me a good competition. They can't give me someone that's, you know, just kind of signed to the PFL and not really had that much experience, because it doesn't make sense. I've just beat Santos very easily. I think that's another thing that I have to understand is, like, if I'd had a 5-round war with Santos, there would have been a few more people in there that would have been more of a match. But
instead of chasing UFC gold or riding McGregor's cosign into the octagon, she said no. Dakota confirmed she's staying in the PFL. In her own words, "I'm gutted. I haven't had anything just yet. Get me anything. Literally, I left it up to PFL whether they were going to put me in it or not. And now she's booked for July's PFL Champion Series card. No opponent yet, but one thing's for sure, she's not leaving." Here's what nobody's saying out loud. Dakota Ditcheva is PFL's biggest weapon in the women's market. Losing her to the UFC? That's not just losing a fighter. That's losing your brand identity. And Dana White knows it. That's why rumors of a massive UFC offer have been swirling. But if Dakota walks, PFL loses its golden child. PFL founder Donn Davis reportedly sat down with Dakota, and let's be real, this wasn't just a welcome back meeting, this was a name your price conversation. If she stays, she remains the queen of the division. If she leaves, PFL's women's flyweight scene collapses overnight. This isn't just about Dakota Ditcheva anymore. This is UFC versus PFL in plain sight. We've seen poaching wars before, but with Conor McGregor publicly backing her Dana White willing to throw bags of cash and the PFL digging in their heels, this could turn into the nastiest fighter tug-of-war in years. This isn't just about Dakota Ditcheva anymore. This is UFC versus PFL in plain sight. We've seen poaching wars before, but with Conor McGregor publicly backing her Dana White willing to throw bags of cash, and the PFL digging in their heels, this could turn into the nastiest fighter tug-of-war in years.
Dakota superstar, what is up, Priya? You're the next big thing, Dave. Look what your nose. Great to see it, Priya. Strong woman, good girl. Fucking awesome. Great to see it. Great to find you, picture. Love it, love it. What's it back? What are we up next? Yeah, now I'm walking myself there. Look, as superstar right there. 100%.
Conor McGregor just crowned a new queen, and it's not a UFC fighter. It's Dakota F. King Ditcheva. The Notorious himself said it. "You're the next big thing, sweetheart." That's not hype. That's a fucking prophecy. And if you've been sleeping on Dakota, wake the hell up. Because this 27-year-old British assassin just sent another undefeated fighter straight to the ER, and she's coming for every woman in the UFC.
Back elbow, and now a left hand.
Let's talk about what Dakota just did to Sumiko Inaba. This wasn't a fight. It was a slow-motion execution. Clinch, dominated elbows, surgical knees, F-King brutal, 3 rounds one-sided destruction, and Inaba wasn't some can. She was 8-1, 2 wins in a row. Real threat, but Dakota made her look like a local amateur. Now rewind. You've got Conor McGregor, the most famous MMA fighter in the world, saying, "This, you're a strong woman, fucking awesome. Next big thing." That's not just respect, that's McGregor handpicking his successor. And guess what? Dakota didn't flinch, didn't fangirl. She said, "PFL are working on something. I'm cooking. Let them get ready. I'm about to blow this whole shut up." This woman is 15-0. She already wrecked Taila Santos, a former UFC title challenger. She's not ducking the UFC, she's baiting them. UFC wants a viral female star? Here's one. Undefeated, unmatched, undeniable. And now she's stuck doing PFL super fights while the UFC women's flyweight division is straight up bleeding. Why hasn't Dana signed